Salakia for that video had cut short. Had phone had automatic cut off on me. I don't know why it does it all the time. Yeah, back to what I was saying. This is part two of this sit down lesson of Matthew's 24 and verse 6. As we continue to see the rising tensions that's heating up over there in the Middle East, which is Western Asia, we're going to continue to see that increasing of the escalations of the nations are rising up against one another, especially the most primary one as of lately. The rise of tensions of the cross-border conflicts between Lebanon of Hezbollah versus the IDF of the borders of Israel. So escalations are been heating up, especially the latest ones. You've been having the increasing barrage of missiles. I believe it's like three different phases of barrage of missiles, and then bring it up to a total like 150 missiles, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday or the early Sunday morning hours. Because the Middle East is the time zones are different in comparison to the United States. So escalations are definitely been heating up on both sides, as you've been having those for the past last year all into recently. You've been having Hezbollah top commanders been getting killed in airstrikes by the Israel Defense Force. So that shows you that escalations is only going to stir up. It's only going to intensify on both sides, the borders of Lebanon and Israel, from the northern part of Israel to the southern part of Lebanon. So escalations are definitely heating up on both sides, and that's a sign of wars and rumors of wars. Matthew 24 verse 6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so we seeing what's taking place over there in the Korean Peninsula. North Korea been recently firing off their missiles for the last 3 or 4 days within the last week. And this is their largest missile test ever since, I would say, like 2 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago. So this has been their largest missile test ever since the last 2 months. So we definitely been seeing the increasing of their military ready preparedness, going against the amending tensions that they have against South Korea, Japan, and the United States. As we've been seeing, South Korea and Japan and the United States recently been doing their military exercise drills, especially this past summer. Their largest ever military exercise drills, I believe that lasted for like 10 days. And then after those 10 days, they did another round of military exercise drills. That lasted for the last couple of days or so, if I'm not mistaken. So we definitely seeing the escalations are heating up on both sides. So the rising tensions are there over there in the Korean Peninsula of North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States. So we definitely been seeing that intensifying. And the Russia-Ukraine situation that have been intensifying, Russia versus NATO, as we've been seeing, a couple of weeks now, from last month all into this month. We've been seeing World War III nuclear warnings from Russia, sending to NATO and the Western countries. If the Western countries and the NATO, which is backed by the allies of Ukraine and Vladimir Putin, stated that there's going to be harsh consequences to that if the Western countries and NATO, that's backed by allies of Ukraine, that they provide long-range missiles to aid and assist Ukraine with the Russian-Ukraine situation. There's going to be harsh consequences to that, as Vladimir Putin mentioned that. That's another sign of wars and rumors of wars. As you've been seeing the multiple warnings from Vladimir Putin sending to the United States armies and to the Western countries. Another sign of wars and rumors of wars. And we're seeing what's taking place over there, disputed territorial islands, South China Sea. The disputed territorial islands not too far from the South China Sea. China versus the Philippines, escalation's been heating up of that as well too. And all different aspects of nuclear escalations and tensions that leads up into the wars and rumors of wars. So we're going to continue to see increase. So this was just a continual of part two of a sit-down lesson of Matthew's 24 verse 6. So this was part one and part two of the sit-down lesson of Matthew's 24 verse 6. So with that, hopefully this sit-down lesson was edifying. And with that, I would like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Makakadash. And the Heavenly Father, true name is Yahweh, and His unbegotten Son, Bahashem. In the name Hamashiach Kabashai, those are their true names in the ancient Paleo Hebrew, the Lashwan Kadash, the tongue. And I say Barakathum to the elders for Akim Akwaf. Until next time, I will say Shalom.